Ethan, you've got a little segment now, Tales of the House, or
Yeah.
you've got a couple.
Bit long awaited for me to bring it back.
Yeah, 'cause
you
I
did it a few weeks
a
ago.
couple of weeks back, yeah.
I've actually wrote one thing down, but I think there's enough from this one thing alone to sort of
Yeah.
follow up on.
Yeah.
Because I think the issue's been, not all three of us been in the house sort of for a while kind of thing,
No.
until this week.
Both shooting off today.
Yeah, both going today as well.
Yeah.
So, what I wrote down, it's almost like a little title to this little story. James Fleming the Sink, the illness spreads.
yeah, that's hooked anyone listening.
So basically, James came back. Might as well. He came back. We were watching. What were we watching? The Wall.
Oh
on
yeah.
BBC.
When me and James got back on the same night, didn't we? Was it?
Yeah,
Sunday?
but you got back like a couple of hours before.
Monday?
It was during the week.
Yeah.
Monday, I want to
Yeah.
say. We got back. We were watching The Wall.
Great show.
Quite enjoying that, yeah. Good old Danny Dyer. Couldn't do it with anyone else.
No.
That's Anthea Turner, who's the voice of The Wall. I'm
Oh, is she?
90% sure, yeah.
Oh yeah. When he said "Don't wind me up,"
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
talking to Anthony. Yeah.
Anyway, that won't make sense to everyone else.
That will make sense to no one why Anthony
Apart from
Turner's
Richard
getting
if he's
the mention.
listening, but
Yeah.
That'd be
good
great if
bloke.
he was.
Richard Jones.
so came back and James has been ill for a bit of a while, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He come back and he'd
For a
sort
month.
of lost his voice.
Yeah.
We've had I think I started this theory a bit, and I'm sorry if you're listening, James, but I'm going to base it off evidence that James might be a robot, or at the very least a cyborg
Some
kind
sort
of
of
thing.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I even come up today that I think these years living in the house could be a social experiment of how two university students deal with living with a robot. It could be out on something like Channel 4 soon, who knows?
Well, yeah.
Educating, I don't know. Educating Primrose Hill with a robot, I don't know.
But yeah. So why do you think he's?
Well, that instant,
robot.
he malfunctioned, genuinely.
the other
Whether he's a
day?
human or not, that was the first thing he come back. I still don't know what the message I sent him was, and you understand why I say it, because he kept saying he like lost his voice and he kept going, "Sorry, I've just seen this message,"
So yeah, he kept saying, "Sorry, I've only just seen your message."
and I was
Sorry,
like,
I've only just seen your message. To me and Ethan just sat in the lounge.
and that's what message. We didn't know who he was talking to directly.
No, I kept saying, "You talking to me?"
Rather than answering the
Didn't
question
answer.
or answer any other question, sorry, I've only just seen your message.
Yeah.
Just kept repeating it over and
It
over
must have
again.
been about 12 times, I reckon, just said, "Sorry, I've only just seen your message."
Bit of smoke coming out the back of his head, sort of circuits, sort of
Yeah,
burning.
glitching.
He was malfunctioning. I did not know what was going on. I
You
still
kept-
don't know.
You shouted, "Are you broken?"
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I think that sorted him out a bit. I think he sort of.
we kept asking him to explain what he meant, and he just kept
repeating
repeating
himself.
It was, yeah. You said before, I don't know if you mind me quoting this.
Go on.
It's one of the strangest interactions you've ever
Yeah,
had
yeah,
with a
yeah.
human being.
Well, maybe he's not human. Maybe that's
Well,
the point. If he
yeah.
is, then then that would be right. But it reminds me, sort of like. You've seen Toy Story, haven't you?
Yeah,
See
yeah.
Buzz Lightyear got a button. He says these different sayings.
Yeah.
James just had this one button for saying, "Sorry, I've only just seen your message,"
Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Um,
Even though you kept saying, "What message?"
Yeah.
You haven't sent me.
I still don't know what message it is.
No. We never
this
got to
day.
the bottom of it.
If you're listening, James, can you message us?
He'll just message us.
Yeah.
Sorry, but just
Let us know what that message is.
Yeah.
If you know, if your circuit's not fried. So anyway, so James is ill. So it comes
Everyone's ill. Cam's
sits with
ill.
us.
James is ill.
I'm the only one who's all right for now. Finger touch wood.
No.
So he comes sits in the lounge, coughing a lot. He only coughs in the evening as well. Maybe that's another sort of circuitry thing.
Yeah. That's a
sort
good
of
point.
It's like on a timer almost. It gets to about 6 o'clock.
It was the
coughing
worst
starts.
cough I'd ever heard the other day.
Yeah.
But he seemed to think it was normal. He was just having fits of coughing, like he had tuberculosis or something. It was ridiculous.
In a matter of hours, you'd message me saying, "I've got it as well. I've
Yeah.
started coughing as well."
Yeah, I was coughing
It's very
badly in my
quick.
room.
And you had a bit of theory that James had a new COVID variant, like the Aldred variant, or
I
new
reckon
disease or
James
something.
is patient zero of a new COVID variant.
Yeah.
That is very possible. Or just a new disease in general.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
Computer virus could be.
Yeah.
So you got ill with that, and the next day, sort of he's still ill.
Yeah.
You're ill, but you're not as bad. You're a bit better, and so is he a bit better. All of a sudden, he starts coughing,
Oh, in the kitchen.
and then he just. Whilst you're cooking,
Well, I'm making a lovely meal. It's brilliant. I can't remember what it was, but it was brilliant. I'm plating it up. It's been cooked to perfection. And then James starts having a coughing fit of sorts in the kitchen, does he?
yeah.
Like the germs are flying over in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
direction. And then go on, take the story.
He goes and sorry, I just see him typing in chat now.
Right.
Oh well.
Well,
I'm not gonna see him. Oh well, I'm going back to the house after this. Anyway, you have to live with it, James. Unfortunately. Maybe just reset your hard drive. You might forget it. He just goes and flames up in the sink,
yeah.
and we both agreed on this. Even though I think he said otherwise to us today, I don't think he washed it out. I don't think he
No.
he even just turned the tap on.
I think the flame's
I
still
think he just
resting
flamed in the sink
there. Yeah.
and just didn't clean it, which is, well, I'm not sorry for saying it, it's disgusting. It is. That is disgusting, flaming the sink like that. He's like, where else am I supposed to do it? I wouldn't do it in the kitchen sink. That's
Oh
where
yeah,
like
he
you
said that on
cook
the
and
walk
clean.
down today. He said, I'm not going to do it in the toilet. Well, you can flush the toilet immediately and
Yeah.
get rid of it. I mean,
Why don't you just go to the bathroom? Even?
no.
We'll just wash it away at least,
Oh,
at
you
the
gobbed it
very
up.
least.
I dread to think what they look like, all the germs.
He was
that
telling
must
us it's
have
quite a
created that
normal
cough.
thing as well.
Yeah,
He asked
yeah.
us, he's like, oh, you know what it's like, don't you? I was like, no, James.
not at all.
Maybe proves that theory further about his cyborg ways. That's basically the end of that. Sort of.
What that story?
It is, isn't it?
Well, yes, but we got more. Well, you've got more Tales of the House. Or do I? Oh no, well I've
You
got
did.
a couple from
yeah,
yesterday.
That's all I wrote down.
I mean, we've mentioned this before, but you and James, I don't know who initiates it. I presume it's James, and you just sort of play along. Who knows? But you are constantly getting updates about what I'm doing. What I've heard over the past few days. Last night, you got told Dom's playing WWE on the PS4 because I had a fight with someone on a WWE game. Sorry for mentioning WWE, by the way, if that's out
That's
of
your
order. I
issue.
know you don't.
Oh, not this again.
No, you don't like it.
No.
But yeah, I was fighting someone on that, and James, I don't know how he knew, to be honest, but he knew I was playing that game,
Right.
and he messaged you immediately, I'm guessing, saying Dom's playing WWE.
I think that
Is
one
that
of
how
the
he
first messages
phrased
I
it?
got about it was, said Dom smashing something up, I think. What were you smashing up?
No, once I sort of bashed the controller on the side.
There
I
was a
think.
huge bang, to be fair. I'll give him that. I think I even came upstairs to just come even to the kitchen, middle floor, to have a listen. There was like a huge crash, and I was like, "What on earth was
Nothing
that?"
crashed.
There was like a huge bang.
Well, it wasn't to do with me. The only thing I did was bash the controller a couple of times on the.
There
on
was
the,
like a really loud crash,
yeah.
but maybe it might have just not been as loud as I thought. But
yeah, so you get an update about that. You get an update. What I don't get is every time I'm in my room now, when I'm sort of like on the phone or something or playing on the PS4, I know I've got to be careful because the video is being sent to you immediately. God knows what's going to be said. Did you say you had a couple of deleted snaps?
there was a couple. Yeah, I know James. He's typing away. We're not looking at it till next song, James. So might as well not bother.
Yeah.
There was. I saw I was in the middle. What was I playing yesterday? Rocket League.
Yeah, good.
First time in ages, and I sort of had my phone's going off. I saw Dom and James messaging. I was like, right, what's going on here? See yours first. I'd be shocked if James hadn't sent you anything.
Yeah.
I went to check, and there wasn't anything from James actually at that time.
Yeah.
And then I looked properly. 2 deleted snaps. He's like, whoops, wrong chat.
Yeah.
I
Convenient.
was like, yeah,
Well,
I think you bottled. I think
I
you
think
did
what-
send some, James, and you.
I think what
bottled.
probably happened was he recorded me, but he didn't get any good footage at that point.
Oh, so he just didn't
and then he's
bother.
just deleted it, or he thought it wasn't that
Hasn't
good.
stopped in the past, like that video of you putting food in the oven.
Oh yeah,
Like the other
yeah.
week.
I gave that much a
Fair,
couple of
that's
weeks
not as
back.
bad.
But
That's not as
he
bad.
recorded me putting food in the oven.
That's the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
You kicking off. Fair play, funny sometimes.
Yeah,
If it's
but-
actually you kicking off, then credit where credit's due. But,
But
when
it's-
it's
no,
just,
but it's not even
there's been
kicking
times
off.
where you're just having a conversation, and there's that one where he's just sat there waiting for you, like sort of Doctor Evil from Austin Powers, spins around on his chair and he's got his
Yeah.
horn on from his
Recording.
train simulator.
Yeah.
And you just come out and he's just there recording you.
But last night I was on Pro Clubs for a bit as well, and I presume I was shouting like, "Oh, the ref's shit" or something,
Probably.
and he's recording that. Like, it's not groundbreaking stuff. And you've been having other updates about me using the shower.
Oh,
You
yeah, it's
still
good.
get them
We spoke
regularly.
about used to be quite a bit more every week, sort of when this gets brought up, more and more, well, less and less detail actually. It used to be like, oh, Dom's flooded the bathroom.
Yeah.
James might put flood or Waterworld. Now, rather than putting any words, he sent me a picture of the Waterworld or SeaWorld logo.
Yeah.
So instantly, I know what you mean, James.
Yeah, never puts them in the group chat, just a
No,
little
no.
private discussion. And I know how much Cam hates private chats. From my time talking to like Matty or something,
Oh, that was
he
the first year
kicks
thing,
off.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, what else? I mean, this is I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but you told me a couple of weeks back how somehow you and Cam knew that at one point last year when you weren't in the house, I'd gone down to like the walk-in centre at the hospital because like I had a really bad migraine, so I just wanted some like medicine for it or something. So I just went to like get it checked out as you do at the walk-in.
Yeah.
And James has like told you that I've been like gone to the hospital or something. Like he makes it out like I've been rushed down there in like dire need of treatment. Yeah, like anything I do, I feel. I
Do you have a
went for a
recollection
walk the other night because I couldn't sleep. I just thought
I didn't hear you go.
I had a little stroll round. Ethan's been told Dom went for a walk.
Did you get a Chinese?
No, what? Last night, the other night.
When you went on that stroll?
It was about 1
Did
in
you
the
go and pick
morning.
up a Chinese?
No, I didn't know.
Oh.
What's this?
Well, you having there's a fit sort of James. You had a Chinese the other day or something.
I've not had a Chinese.
Were you reheating food in the microwave the other day? Was that not Chinese?
When?
The other day, like yesterday or something.
I got
And
something
it was
from.
like a little plastic.
Oh yeah, because I bought that from Aldi. It was
you
a
bought
little.
that from Aldi?
Yeah, it was a little. I can't remember what it was.
Oh right.
It was a little paella thing.
There was
that comes in a tub.
it was thought to be Chinese takeaway, and your stroll was that you went to go and get a Chinese takeaway
At
the
1
early
in the
hours of
morning.
Well, I don't know how late they're open. Sometimes they can be.
See, when we left today to come and do this, James made a comment like, "Oh, Dom's Chinese is in that bag." So I didn't know what that meant at the
Oh,
time.
right, you didn't-
But
that
now
didn't
there's a
know if
little
you read it.
theory been created between the two of you, presumably that
Yeah.
I've gone to get a Chinese.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do anything. I honestly.
I didn't even know you'd left the house, to be honest. I had to be told about that. Even though I was awake till about 4 that night for whatever reason, I didn't hear you leave. I probably was on Xbox at the time.
Yeah, well, no Chinese was picked. I don't even know if there's a Chinese anywhere near us. I certainly wouldn't be going to collect it, as you know. It'd be getting delivered straight to the
Any place you
door.
would have gone with Santino's if
No.
you were going to go and pick up a takeaway. But
No, so that's more another
the house.
revelation for me that that's a little theory that's been made between the two of you. I mean, yeah, it just gets worse.
yeah, that Tales House went longer than I thought it would. But
did, it's
fair play. I
quarter
know.
to.
I've got messages from James and Cam, which I will look at in due course.
Yeah.
Imagine
Sure,
James
Cam
won't
will
be
be
too
loving
happy
it.
with that segment. But to be fair, he's been missing James Tales House, hasn't he? The other week he was going to was like we said on air, he was
Yeah.
concerned.
He's
like,
concerned
sure,
about
there's
getting
nothing to
them
say this week.
But every week he'll message me afterwards, probably saying like, "Oh, Ethan's made that up or something, or that didn't happen." But you bring the receipt, so to
Yeah,
speak.
I've had a proof.
Like, so yeah.
There's no winning.